Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of the Morning Tapes podcast. My name is Matthew Fontaine, and I hope you're having or had a great morning today. For today's episode, we are discussing a variety of different topics, such as the news in the film and television industry, and some very exciting news for our Gone Awry project, as well as the Disney vlog coming out very soon on the Font Films YouTube channel. But before we dive into that, let's discuss the news. This past week has been a very exciting week for film and television lovers all across the world. Starting us off, the premiere of Vince Gilligan's new show, Pluribus, is currently streaming its first 2 episodes on Apple TV. I actually started watching the show over the weekend, and I will say it is, I love it so far. I love what they're doing with it. I love the idea. I'm very curious on how they're going to continue the series, to not make it necessarily boring. But I will stay tuned for the episodes as they come out I believe Friday they come out. For those of you who may not know, Vince Gilligan is the creator of the very popular television shows Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Gilligan's new show is a different form of what he has done before. Pluribus tells the story of Carol, a cynical author, as she tries to survive in a world of forced happiness and potentially reverse the transformation which pits her against the collective will of the new humanity. The show has already received a serious amount of praise and is currently rated 4.4 out of 5 stars as of the time of this episode's recording. Vince Gilligan is very confident in his new series and has hinted in the possibility of it running for 4 seasons. Apple TV has also already greenlit the show for its 2nd season. Jumping into the world of cinema, Lionsgate and Universal Pictures have released the very first trailer for their Michael Jackson biopic titled Michael. The King of Pop will be played by his nephew, Jafar Jackson. The cast of the film will also include popular actor Miles Teller, who many know from the film Whiplash. The trailer for Michael received over 116 million views in less than 24 hours, making it the most viewed trailer of any music biopic to date. The possibility of a sequel for the film has also already been teased with a quote from film producer Adam Fogelson, where he stated, "We're not ready to confirm plans. The creative team is hard at work making sure we're in a position to deliver more Michael after the first film." I don't know about you guys, but as much as I would love to see Michael Jackson on the big screen, I do not feel like they should absolutely milk the shit out of it. It just feels unnecessary if they did that, but that's just my personal opinion. Many fans of Michael Jackson's music will be flooding the theaters when the film releases on April 24th, 2026. I will say that half of those 116 million views are most likely me, because I've been rewatching this trailer nonstop. It just looks incredible. Like, there's certain shots of the trailer which show Jafar playing Michael Jackson, and it just looks incredible. He looks almost exactly like him. I love the film Elvis, which came out a couple years ago. That turned out very well, and I'm kind of hoping they do the same thing for Michael. But yeah, I think this is going to be, I'm calling it right now, movie of the year. This shit's gonna win so many Oscars. Jafar Jackson, get ready for Best Actor of the Year. I am very excited. You'll be finding me in a theater when this comes out because I just think it looks incredible. And finally, Disney and Pixar have just released the teaser for Toy Story 5. I feel like this has been a long time coming. They announced Toy Story 5, I want to say like years ago now, like 1 or 2 years ago. I am excited for it. However, I do have mixed opinions about it, but we'll dive into that later. Many fans of the Toy Story franchise wish that Disney and Pixar had just ended the series with the 3rd installment once Andy had left for college. Filmmaker Andrew Stanton had previously stated that Toy Story was always about Woody and not Andy. And even though he had done a significant amount of work for Toy Story, I still feel like he's wrong. But, it's basically his series, so who am I to talk? Andrew Stanton will be directing Toy Story 5. He previously directed several popular Pixar films such as Finding Dory, A Bug's Life, and of course, Wall-E. I don't know why I said it like Wall-E. He directed Wall-E. Just gonna say, that's an incredible lineup. Imagine having a conversation with someone and saying, yeah, I created Wall-E, Finding Dory, and A Bug's Life. I will say this, even though I'm kind of on the fence about them making a 5th one, I love what they're going for because Toy Story 5 will follow the theme of technology versus toys. The film will also reportedly follow the Jessie character for the majority of the film. The cast will be filled for the film, with Tom Hanks and Tim Allen returning as their infamous characters of Woody and Buzz Lightyear. The villain, whose name is Lilypad, will be voiced by Anna Faris, who many know from her involvement with the Scary Movie franchise. Okay, so my personal opinion, I'm always going to love a good Pixar film. I love Pixar. I'm actually very excited for Toy Story 5. I also do have mixed opinions on it just because I don't want them to milk the franchise. I understand that the third movie had, quote-unquote, the perfect ending. Toy Story 1 and 2 kind of dive into the relationship between Andy and his toys. The third one kind of just perfectly sends it all off with Andy going to college. In the fourth film, Woody does end up leaving the entire group to go with Bo Peep, but in the teaser for the fifth film, he's back with Buzz. So, I don't know, I'm kind of interested to see how they tie that back together without making that super confusing. I'm also interested in how they make Jessie their main character. So yeah, I am excited for Toy Story 5. I'm gonna be seating down. I'm getting a ticket, but I am kind of nervous because I really don't want them to be going in the wrong direction with milking a series that they should have just ended with film 3, and here they are on film 5. I think I read a quote somewhere that said they had plans to make a 6th installment, which I feel like is kind of crazy just because with the 4th one not necessarily receiving that good reviews, to be working on the 5th installment and pretty much already confirmed that you're making another movie after that. I don't know, it just seems very ballsy to me. But I kind of do understand why Pixar is making it because, I don't know, money's money. When you think of Pixar, what's the first thing you think of? You think of Toy Story. I think it's Toy Story and Cars, personally. So, a lot of stuff this week. They had Toy Story 5, Michael Jackson, and Pluribus by Vince Gilligan. It's a very exciting time right now for the film and television industry, and I don't know, I'm excited to see what's next. Switching gears, let's talk about topics relating to font films. I am very excited to announce that Gone Awry has officially entered the production phase. Filming began a couple days ago. It's going very smoothly. I'm kind of editing the film as we go, just to make it a little bit easier when we have completed filming. But yeah, we're still sort of scheduling out dates for films. I want to say by next week, early next week, filming will be wrapped. But it's looking absolutely amazing so far. I'm so proud of how it's coming out. And I'm also very excited to announce that we officially have both of the Rosenay brothers acting in the film. If you hadn't listened to last week's episode of the podcast, I basically discussed the casting of the film, where I was aiming to get my old college roommate to act in the film as well as his brother, because they are very talented at what they do. However, during that time, I was a little unsure how it would go for scheduling, because they are both very busy individuals. But I'm very pleased and happy to announce that scheduling worked out, and they are both available to film. I'm very excited to see what they both will bring to the table. I do feel that the film will absolutely improve with both of them acting. Before I moved on to the production phase of Gone Awry, I did think that the most difficult part of film creation was the script writing. I was very, very wrong. I had the idea that Gone Awry was going to be this small project and it was going to be very easy to make. Turns out a lot more time and effort has to be put into it. When it comes down to scheduling is very difficult. I've also been making shot lists for the film just to help the production side flow smoothly. And even though we only have a few more days left of production, I'm still trying to make it go as smoothly as possible. So the shot list, I even have some overheads, not a lot because obviously it doesn't need to be extreme, just enough to help out. But yeah, script writing or writing this film and stuff, it was difficult. It did take a lot of time. But now that we've moved on to other stuff, I think I'd much rather just be in the script writing phase still. I will say it gets a little hard sometimes just because it is a small team. And even though it is a small team, it's still hard to get everything put together. But there is definitely progress happening and is coming along very swiftly, actually. Like I said, we're trying to wrap up production in a matter of days now. And as soon as production ends, and as soon as I get onto break for Thanksgiving, I will say that progress will be absolutely flying by for the film. And yeah, December 19th, get ready. It's coming out. After the film wraps, I will be working on not only editing for the film, but I will be working on creating the trailer, which will release in Thanksgiving. I'm still on schedule to release the film on December 19th, and I'm excited to see what you guys all think about it. I've said it a million times, but I really do think that you all will love the film. But speaking on the topic of Thanksgiving, I will be releasing 2 whole videos on the channel on Thanksgiving of 2025, one being the trailer of Gone Awry, and the second one being the Disney vlog video. We stayed at the Art of Animation Hotel. Incredible hotel. I loved every second of that vacation. I also recorded so much. I have nearly 2 hours of footage. While I was filming it, I was like, oh, wow, this video is going to be really good. This is going to be one of the best ones. I want to sort of explore new editing styles that I haven't really done before. I know that doesn't really make sense, but there's certain different techniques of editing that I want to do in this video. There's a lot more that I want to do with this video that I didn't do with the first part, which was released back in 2020. The commentary will definitely be better. The editing will obviously be better. And the video itself will just obviously be better. We stayed on Disney property for the full week, so we get the full Disney experience. And it's a constant joke that I don't like Disney adults. We've seen that multiple times on the channel. I've also noticed that the topic of Disney does get a significant increase in views on the channel. So hopefully this one does pretty good. Then you guys will definitely enjoy this video. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of jokes. It's gonna be a fun video overall. When it's all said and done, you're gonna like it. But I say that the Disney vlog will be the largest project to release on the Font Films YouTube channel before Gone Awry. That's of course not including the My Name is Matthew in the Year is 2025, which is releasing this December 8th. Make sure you stay tuned for that. That's gonna be a good video as well. We'll talk about that in a later episode once we get closer to it. Obviously, between these big uploads on the channel, we're still going to be releasing Morning Tapes episodes. I also do want to begin posting more on other social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram, so if you haven't already, make sure to go check those out. Just search up Font Films on either of the platforms and you'll find us. The support really does help, and I will always appreciate it if you do support me by following or subscribing. All right, now I do think that's about it for the episode. We discussed everything that I wanted to. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Morning Tapes podcast. I gotta be honest, I have no idea what we're gonna be talking about next week's episode, because by the time that we record this, we might still be in production. So instead of continuing to talk about Gone Awry, we might just switch topics for the episode. We will see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, just make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye, guys.